One in four adults over the age of 65 will experience a fall this year. But what surprises most people is the why they fall. It's rarely because of a bad step, it's because the small movements that keep us balanced, confident, and aware slowly fade away. And as we head into the colder months, small changes matter even more. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Heather, and this is Evidence Through Motion. And today we're going to take a look at why staying mobile can help you age in place safely, especially coming up on the winter time. I grew up in Wisconsin, and let me tell you, Wisconsin winters are absolutely no joke. The cold, the ice, the uneven sidewalks, and the frozen driveways, it makes staying active outdoors really tough for most people. So when you do have to go outside for, let's say, a doctor's appointment, a family gathering, or even something like grocery shopping, everything just feels harder. And honestly, it can feel quite intimidating. That's why this series is the perfect time to refocus on mobility now while we can. So when the temperatures drop, your confidence does not. Mobility at the heart is the foundation of our independence. When we move often and we move well, we stay stronger, steadier, and safer in our own homes. So today, we're talking about why mobility matters, how it protects us, and the simple ways we can keep it for life. Mobility is more than exercise. It's freedom. That ability to reach the top shelf, get out of a chair, or even turn to look behind you without hesitating. Every time that we move our bodies, we feed our joints, we wake up our balance systems, and we tell our brains that we are still capable. And that message can build that confidence, especially in the winter months when everything around us tries to slow us down. Studies show that people who move regularly throughout the day have fewer falls, better focus, and even lower stress levels. Movement doesn't just strengthen our muscles, it strengthens our mindset. Let's start with what these words actually mean and what they look like in our everyday lives. Mobility is the ability of a joint to move through a range of motion with control. So think of turning your head to check your mirrors while you're driving on a snowy road. That is mobility keeping you safe. Now, flexibility is the length of that muscle or tissue that lets the movement happen. When you stretch towards your toes to put on your boots, that's flexibility doing the work. And lastly, stability is that support system that keeps you steady while you move. Your core, your hips, your posture. If you've ever stepped onto a patch of ice and caught yourself, that was stability kicking in. Together, these three things decide how confidently we move through our everyday lives. Mobility lets us move. Flexibility allows it to happen smoothly, and stability keeps everything safe in the process. Now, let's take a second and think about which one that you notice most in your own body. Do you feel flexible, but maybe not steady? Or steady, but really stiff? This awareness can help you decide where you need to focus your energy first. Because at the end of the day, this is all about you. And here's something that many people don't even realize. Loss of mobility doesn't show up just suddenly. It sneaks in. Tight shoulders from stress, stiff ankles from sitting too long, slower reactions because we are less active in those winter months. So by paying attention now, we prevent those surprise moments later. When we move, joints act like sponges. They squeeze out old fluid and pull in new nutrients. Think of it as a natural oil change for our bodies. A 2022 study published in Frontiers in Public Health found something really important for fall prevention. People who changed positions more often throughout the day, even tiny shifts like leaning, adjusting your posture, or standing briefly, reported less neck, back, and shoulder discomfort, and better joint comfort, and better overall function. The researchers called this postural variability, and it basically means your body does better when you don't stay in one position for too long. I did talk about this on last week's video. They also found that frequent, tiny movements were more effective at reducing discomfort than long, structured exercise sessions, which is great news because it means your micro moves really do matter. Another study in applied ergonomics showed that people who move throughout the day have healthier muscle patterns and less discomfort. From an occupational therapy perspective, mobility training isn't just about strength. It's about problem solving through movement, teaching your body and brain to work together in real life situations. When we practice standing from a chair, or stepping sideways, or even reaching overhead, we're training balance, coordination, and confidence all at one time. So let's go through 5 simple ways to keep that mobility alive every single day. Number 1, the chair stand, everyone's favorite. So sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Cross your arms or keep them on your lap. You're going to stand up slowly and then sit back down without using your hands if possible. If that feels tough, start with smaller motions. Lean forward, press through your heels, and then relax. Even partial movement can build your strength. Now let's pause. How did that feel? Did one side work harder than the other? Did you notice any discomfort in your knees, your hips? One side will almost always feel tighter, and that is completely normal. And you can warm up before even getting out of bed in the morning. Glute squeezes, squeezing your butt, mini hip bridges, lifting your butt off the bed. Every little bit that you can do really does matter. I like to stretch before I get out of bed in the morning, even reaching overhead. It makes standing up and starting my day so much easier. All right, on to number 2, ankle and hip mobility. We're going to do ankle circles first. You want to rotate your ankle in a circle. You're going to go clockwise and then counterclockwise. And you're going to do both feet. Do as many repetitions as you feel comfortable with. If it hurts, stop. Respect your pain, respect your body. Now we're going to do marches. Sitting fully up in your chair with your feet flat on the floor, your knees right over your feet. You're just gently going to lift your feet off the ground a few inches at a time. We're not looking for, rocket kicks. However, if it feels good, raise it a little higher. What this will do is loosen up your hips, get your core engaged, and start waking up those muscles. Now we're going to pause and do another self-check. Did one side feel tighter than the other? Did one side hurt? Remember, this is information, not a problem. You can even try these sitting at the edge of the bed before your first steps in the morning. Number 3, we're going to do a functional reach test. Reach forward slowly. Please stop before losing your balance. This is a reach test. We don't want anybody to fall. This is your balance zone. We will retest this at the end of week 5. So mark today's reach. Were you sitting? Were you standing? Mark it with a piece of tape. make a mental note, or write it down. Now, again, take another pause. How did it feel? Did one side feel tense? Did you feel unsteady? Did you not reach as far as you thought you were going to? No, your dominant side is for safer movement. Number 4, micro moves, tiny movements throughout the day. Shoulder rolls, flexing and extending your feet, and even weight shifting your hips, turning your head, and an overhead reach. And remember, seconds, not minutes, but they wake up your body. And number 5, the mind body connection. 1, slow breath. And stop to think. Did your shoulders rise when you took a breath? Did you feel your ribs expand? This can show you how your body feels. And once again, you can check this in bed too. 1 breath, 2 stretches. Consistency will beat intensity every single time. And remember, mobility keeps you independent. If this helped you, tap that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who you feel could use this information this winter. Next week, we'll be focusing on balance and stability, what I feel is the missing link in fall prevention. Remember, move better, live safer, and I will see you guys next week.